Army Public School and College Khanewal. It's 10th class biology lecture. Chapter is coordination and control, and our topic is receptors in humans. We were discussing about the human eye. We have seen the structure of human eye. Now we are going to see the problems related to the human eye. One, it can cause the night blindness, and other is the color blindness. These are actually the problems of the vision and how they happen. If you see the night blindness, how it happened. Night means that in night time blindness, you can't see the things properly. As you can see in daytime, you can't see things at night time just because of night blindness. And how it happens. It is a problem that is caused by the deficiency of vitamin A. What happened in it actually? It inhibits vitamin A deficiency, inhibits the production of rhodopsin, the eye pigment responsible for sensing low light intensity situation found in the retina, composed of retinal active form of vitamin A. It's mean that whenever you are having a diet that is enriched with vitamin A, it is helping your rod cells and producing the rhodopsin. And what is rhodopsin? It is a pigment responsible for sensing low light. It's mean eat vitamin A, rhodopsin will be produced that will help to sense low light situation, right? The decreased amount of rhodopsin, if you don't have vitamin A in your diet, it's mean the rhodopsin amounts decreased in your body. In the eye implies that there is inadequate retinal to bind to opsin. It's mean that retinal inadequate retinal to bind to the opsin is also one protein. Therefore, night blindness results. No rhodopsin, the rod cells. The rhodopsin decreases, eyes implies that there is inadequate retinal to bind to the opsin protein, because when opsin get attached with the retina, it makes the rhodopsin, right? And when there is no rhodopsin, means the pigment responsible for sensing low light situation is not there, hence it causes the night blindness. Clear, class? Next situation is a color blindness. Color blindness occurs when you are unable to see colors in a normal way. It is also known as color deficiency. Color blindness often happens when someone cannot distinguish between certain colors. This usually happens between greens and reds and occasionally blue. So what you can say that for this purpose, iridescent is a protein for the color blindness. The proteins which help you to sense between the colors, there is a protein, there is a pigment present in your body is the iridopsin, right? There are three main types of cones and each type has a specific iridopsin. As I told you about the color vision, for this purpose, rods and cone cells are present, and for the purpose of color vision, there are three main types of cones and each type has a specific iridopsin. It's mean each cone cell which can differentiate different colors. It is having its pigment and that pigment is known as the iridopsin. Each type of cones recognize one of the three primary colors, blue, green, and red. If any type of cone is not working, well, it becomes difficult to recognize that color. Such person is also not able to distinguish the colors. The disease is called the color blindness and it is a genetic problem. As I told you, these are the basic three colors, the green, red. This is a common color blindness. Some people, those who suffers the color blindness, they are unable to see these colors, the green and the red color. They can't differentiate in them. So this disease is called the color blindness. What is the pigment responsible for this? Iridopsin. Iridopsin is a pigment which is present in the cone cells, and cone cells are responsible to see different colors. Clear? So if there is color deficiency problem, means there is iodopsin problem. Next is the eye disorder. In eye disorder, your eyesight can be weak. You are unable to see the distant objects and near objects. What happened actually? We have categorized the eye disorders into two: hypermetropia and myopia. If you see the myopia, the short sight. In myopia, a person is not able to see distant object. That's why we called it the short sight. What happened in it? In myopia, the elongation of eyeball results in myopia. Actually, your eyeball becomes elongate. Fine. You can in yes, if you are having myopia disease, like you cannot see the distant object, what happened in it, the image that is need to be formed on the retina, it actually myopia, the image falls in front of retina instead of on retina, it becomes in front of retina. The purpose of the concave lens is to bring the image behind. The image must be on retina, but it is in front of retina. So this in front of retinal image can be bring behind by using this concave lens. If the correcting lens is itself move forward, image moves still forward, the effectivity to lens is reduced. Thus, a stronger lens is required to project the image to the retina. This is the myopia. And what is the hypermetropia? In hypermetropia, you are unable to see near objects clearly. What happened in it that your eyeball, it becomes a shorten, while in myopia, the eyeball becomes the elongate. But in hypermetropia, the eyeball becomes elongate. For this purpose, what do? You use the convex lens. And what is the function of the convex lens? As you can see, the image is supposed to be on retina, but in hypermetropia, the image doesn't form on retina. Instead, it is behind the retina. Here it was in front of retina, but here it is behind the retina. The purpose of concave lens to bring the image forward. Yes, convex lens brings the image forward on the retina in case of hypermetropia disorder. In the next diagram, you can see here, this is the normal eye, myopia, in which the eyeball become the elongation. Elongation of eyeball is here. This is the myopia. Now, light focused in front of retina, you can see this is the retina point. This point is the retina. But you can see the light focused on this point. It is in front of retina. It should be here, but it is here. The light is focusing on this point. Now we are supposed to bring this light focused on this point. For this purpose, what we do, we use this lens, concave lens. Concave lens, what it do, it diverge the light. You can see the light rays are diverging, and hence they are making the image on the retina. Hence, we can deal with this myopia disease. Fine. But in case of hypermetropia, you can see the normal eye is like this, and the image must be formed here, right? Here you can see this is the elongated eye, normal eye. This is the shortened eyeball. Hypermetropia, eyeball becomes a shortened. And what happened? That image was supposed to be here, but what happened? You can see the image is the image is falling behind the retina. Now what do? You use the convex lens. This is the type of convex lens, the swollen lens, and what it do, it converge light. You can see it is converging light like this, and it is making the image just right on the retina. It is bringing it from this point towards this retinal point, and hence we can deal with this hypermetropia disorder. Is it clear? Yes,
Yes,
participants.
ma'am. Yes.
Myopia and hypermetropia. Okay, next to it is human ear. But before starting human ear, I want to show you something. Stop share. Share screen with this side. Can you see the screen with this video?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see it carefully. Watch it. Yes, we have discussed about the human eye. Hopefully, after watching this video, your all concepts become clear. Okay, and now I'm going to start the next topic about the human ear. Okay, this is the human ear structure. Just have a full view on it. We can see here the human ear. This is the outer part of the ear, which is consist of this pinna. This is the lobe shaped structure or kidney shaped also you can see. Fine. This is pinna. Next to it, after pinna, it is made up of cartilage. And next to it is the ear canal. Here it is. The next part is the middle ear. It is basically made up of that started from this eardrum point, and it consists of three small bones, malleus, incus, and stapes in your body. Next to it is the inner ear that is made up of vestibular organ, nerves, cochlear nerves and cochlear organ, mastoid process, and middle ear. So one eustachian tube is also present in this middle ear, which separates it from the inner ear. Okay, we have divided human ears into three sections. The outer ear, this is the outer ear part. This is the middle ear part, and this is the inner ear. Fine. The outer ear. Outer ear, here you can see, this is the outer ear. Fine. Pinna and ear canal. You can see here. Now, I'm going to brief it. Pinna receives sound waves that travel through the auditory canal or ear canal. Yes. Whatever the sounds are coming, it is directed through this pinna towards the next part, that is the auditory canal. Wherever the terms come, the auditory, it's mean it is relevant to the listening to the ear, right? Act as a funnel with an approximate length of 2.5 centimeter. You can see, yes, its length is 2. This is the ear canal or auditory canal is also known, and its length is 2.5 centimeter and leads to the eardrum, and it ends with here, this point, eardrum. Eardrum is present here. So this region is of the ear canal. Also protects the eardrum from shock and intrusions by external objects. Yes, this eardrum is present there. That is also known as the Khan ka parda. It helps, it protects from the shock and intrusion by external object. Any external object that penetrates into your ear, it can, the eardrum is present and it provides the protection against that object. Next to it is the middle ear. Here you can see we have discussed the pinna that send sound waves towards the auditory canal. Next to it is the middle ear. Okay. In the middle ear transfers the energy of a sound wave by vibrating the 3 bones found there. You can see here the 3 bones. We have closed it now. You can see its closed view. The malleus, incus and stapes. These are the 3 bones, 1, 2 and 3. They are present in the middle ear. And what happened when the sound is coming here, right? This is the eardrum. The sound waves comes and beats on, sorry. Sound waves comes and produce vibrations on the eardrum. Now this eardrum sends these vibrations towards the malleus, incus and stapes, right? Okay. Next, the middle ear. The eardrum is a cone-shaped piece of skin about 10 millimeter wide. It is very sensitive. Even the slightest pressure variation will cause it to vibrate. Yes, it vibrates and sends such vibration towards the 3 bones. Separates the outer ear from the middle ear. And eardrum is present in between the outer ear and the middle ear. So you can say that it separates it from the outer ear. Okay, the ossicles are the bones, smallest bones present in the ossicles known as the bones. So 3 bones are there that I told you, malleus, incus and stapes. Hammer, long handle attached to the tiny bone that passes vibration from the eardrum to the anvil. Incus, a tiny bone that passes vibration from the malleus to the incus. Now stapes, the third, a tiny U-shaped bone that passes vibration from the incus to the cochlea. This is the smallest bone in the human body. So stapes is the smallest bone in your body. It is 0.25 to 0.33 centimeter long. The inner ear, okay, here the middle ear ends. It was starting from here, the eardrum. The 3 bones are present here. Right after that, with oscillating tube, it gets ends. Now the inner ear starts. The main parts, cochlea, auditory nerve. These are the 2 main parts of this inner ear. You can see this structure. Sound waves are coming, passing from this pinna, and then it moves inside the ear canal. From ear canal, it is just moving inside and it produces the vibrations on eardrum. Eardrum is sending the vibration to further these 3 bones, which are then passes these vibrations to the next part, the cochlea of inner ear. The inner ear cochlea, this is a spiral tube that is covered in a stiff membrane, contains thousands of hair cells attached to the end of organ of the auditory nerve called the organ of Corti. No need to remember this term, it's not in your syllabus. Just remember that cochlea is the spiral tube that is covered with a stiff membrane. You can see here, this is the cochlea. This is a tube-like structure that is twisted in this way. And here the vibration will send message toward this cochlea. Whatever the sound you hear, it will go towards this cochlea. Okay. Next to cochlea is the auditory nerve. The teeny hair cells of the cochlea are set in motion by vibrations. The vibration stimulates teeny nerve cells. The nerve cells then send signals along auditory nerve to the brain. From here, the nerves are present. Whatever you are listening through this cochlea, it will be sent towards the brain. These nerves receive the electric impulses generated by the air and passes this information up to the brain so it can be interpreted. This was the auditory nerves. Now, one thing more is present there, the semicircular canals. 3 loops of fluid. Okay, see it from this diagram. Yes, you can see here the semicircular canals. Yeah, here. These are the semicircular canals, right? Just above this cochlea point. These are the semicircular canals. What is the function of these semicircular canals here? The 3 canals called the semicircular canals are posterior of the vestibule. Okay, here was the vestibule, this is the cochlea, and these are the semicircular canals. And what is the function of it? That it also passes the vibration towards the cochlea. Cochlea is made of 3 ducts, wraps itself. Yes, it is made up of 1, 2, and these are 3 ducts. Fine. Coiled tube. Sound receptor cells are present within the middle duct of cochlea. Yes, sound receptors sending this message toward this auditory nerves, and auditory nerves send it towards the brain. Hence, you have seen the 3 loops of fluid filled tubes that are attached to the cochlea in the inner ear. They help us maintain our sense of balance. Okay. Did you ever notice when your ear, sometimes what happened that your ear can't, are unable to differentiate any kind of sound? What happens at that time? Your body balance becomes unstable. So to stable your body balance, semicircular canals are responsible, right? The working of human ear is in such a way that sound waves travel from the outer ear to the middle ear, which are then transmitted to the inner ear in form of compressional waves. In the inner ear, the compressional waves are converted into the electric impulses that are perceived by the brain. This is where we can hear and differentiate various sound types. So you can say this is the process of hearing. Working of human ear, how it works, what is the process, what happened, the sound wave strikes. I am going to describe it with the help of this diagram, so it will be more easy for you students. Fine. From this diagram I am going to tell you about the process of hearing. First of all, the pinna, that is here, the pinna of the external ear focuses and directs sound waves into the auditory canal. The sound waves strike eardrum and produce vibrations on it. From eardrum, the vibrations strike middle ear and produce middle ears and produce further vibration in malleus, incus, and stapes. From stapes, the vibrations strike the oval window. From stapes, it strikes on the oval window present here, then reach the fluid-filled duct of cochlea and then reach towards the cochlea. The fluid of cochlea is moved and receptor cells are stimulated. Here are the receptor cells which are stimulated. The receptor cells generate nerve impulse. Here they generate the nerve impulse which travels to brain and is interpreted as sound through this nerves. Here were the nerves also, vestibular nerves that send message towards the brain. Is there any problem, class?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
If anybody have any problem, please let me know. Class, can you see this video in your screen? Was it helpful for you, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It was all about today's lecture.